right now, things pretty calm, clear here in our area in terms of Idalia's impact here in the Carolinas and what we could be seeing. But we're keeping our eyes on some wet weather that's been sticking around.
Yes, Chief Meteorologist Tara Lane is tracking it all for us now in the Pinpoint Weather Center. Tara, what do you have for us?
Yes, ladies, the rain from Idalia is still pretty far away at this point off the west coast of Florida, as we were saying there. But the tropical moisture, the moisture that we're seeing right now, that's still from these stalled fronts, these fronts that we're talking about. We've been talking about the stalled front for days now, leading to more scattered downpours and some flooding rain in some cases. But eventually we will get that moisture from Idalia tracking in by 24 hours from now, if not a little bit before. But we do have some stronger storms popping up out there, hearing the rumbles outside of our studios in West Charlotte, and that's due to that storm over there in East Gaston County. But off to the east, where we've seen some more pockets of heavy rain near Ellerbe and Ansonville right now. These are slowly pushing off to the north and east. There's that strong storm just sitting there, slowly moving around. Again, if any movement just to the east here, just the east of Gastonia. Some thunder and lightning, heavy rain down through Rock Hill as well. Another storm down that way. So we could see more of those popping up. Same type of situation, very similar to the past couple of evenings for another few hours. But unlike last night and the night before, a lot of these showers and storms will kind of fade away by the overnight time frame. So not lasting as deep into the night as they did with that heavy flooding rain, for example, in Statesville last night. So we get a bit of a dry break before the widespread heavier rain in some cases starts to move in from Idalia late tomorrow. So with some sunshine today, hitting 88 degrees. It's hot, it's humid out there. There's a rain-cooled 77 in Chester. We've got some 70s in the mountains and right around 80 up into the foothills. As I said, more scattered downpours and storms projected for this evening. Idalia will start to bring some of that widespread rain moving in from the south and some gusty wind too by the end of the day tomorrow into the night and early Thursday morning before it quickly moves out. And boy, behind that is just going to be downright delightful as we start to kick off the weekend by Friday and even late Thursday. Thursday afternoon is looking nice, but Idalia still has yet to make that landfall, churning off the coast about 195 miles to the southwest, that center of circulation of Tampa, Florida. That wind speed has increased, so now it is again that Category 2 status up to 100 miles an hour, and it could grow even stronger. It's expected to by the time it makes that landfall around the Big Bend area of Florida. That would be tomorrow morning, so no major change in that track here in thinking, but it will gradually get weaker. Still, though, packing some wind speeds around 50-60 miles an hour as it moves along the Carolina coast. So the brunt of the storm expected to affect coastal sections still. Tropical storm, and then it starts to curve back out to sea after that. However, again, with that rain expected to move in, could be heavy in spots that could lead to some flooding. So from Charlotte south and east tomorrow and into Thursday, we do have that flood watch in effect. Notice how it doesn't include the mountains and foothills. That's because you all in the higher elevations and down through Morganton, Lenore, only simply seeing some scattered, maybe light to moderate showers moving in. That widespread heavier rain showing up to the south and east along Highway 74 through Rockingham, Chesterfield County. That's where we have that higher risk of flooding. So that would be late tomorrow into the night and early Thursday. And then it starts to move out. And as I said, by Thursday afternoon, it's back to that beautiful sunshine. We'll still have some breezes blowing around, though. How much rain? Not as much around Charlotte, north and west, as what we could see off to the east. An inch, even close to 3-4+ inches of rain expected, depending on where those heavier tropical downpours set up. And then the wind starts to pick up by the end of the day tomorrow, especially overnight and early Thursday. We could be looking at and feeling those wind gusts around 30, even not far from 40 miles an hour in some cases. And then the wind starts to settle later on Thursday. Behind it and this front and in the wake of Idalia, we have nice clearing and much lower humidity. Nice break from that to wrap up the week. Heading into the weekend, it starts to creep up just a little bit. So the mountain temperatures only in the 70s, will be in the 80s tomorrow, mid-70s, cooler on Thursday in the wake of that front. So refreshing Friday heading into the weekend, but going into Labor Day and early next week, the heat is back. We're in the 90s.